for the United States. Ole Carlson wins it back, and with that, away we go for Game 2 of the Hlinka Gretzky Cup, USA and Sweden from Pavel Dimitra Ice Stadium in Trenčín, Slovakia. Sweden start out in the offensive zone. The defenseman sends it down low. This is picked up by the United States and skated out to center. Marcus Nodrmark knocks his man off the puck. He'll be the man to watch for Sweden. Number 12 in yellow. He had a goal and 3 assists for 4 points in Game 1 versus the Germans.
And wouldn't you know it, property of the London Knights, as he was drafted in the 3rd round of the CHL imports.
And off the face-off. And off the scrum, it's taken away by the United States. Directed in by Shalandra. Going around the boards by Calder Varga. Sweden right back on it. And they'll skate ahead to center ice. Carlson. With Nordmark and Bartholdsson. This is the first line for Team Sweden. As Vilgot-Ledin goes all the way back, blows a tire. Shalandra in the corner. Bumped off as he plays it back around. Luke Puckner under pressure. And tried to
power and skill, and Kevin Porter is going to rely on him a lot throughout the course of this tournament.
Off the face-off, USA working in behind the net. Here's Caden Harvey. Cross-ice feed is intercepted. Nordmark skating ahead, drops it back. He's put Sweden offside.
Played a limited role, did well. This year is going to be a big year for him when it comes to the role that he plays and the ice time he's going to get.
Saw him get a little opportunity when Caden Lindstrom was unavailable at the Memorial Cup for Medicine Hat. As here goes Brooks Rogowski with a sharp angle shot that carries wide. And it goes all the way back down the ice. Noah Ta'amu. Passing off. USA to center. This is broken up by Sweden. 1-0 lead for the United States over Team Sweden. Just over halfway through the first period in Game 2. This year's Hlinka Gretzky Cup. This is the preliminary stage, and it'll finish tomorrow. 3-3 for both teams. Sweden will get Slovakia, and USA finish off against Germany. As the United States start up the wing. Brooks Rogowski ends up chipping this out of play right into the neutral zone. Levi Harper snaps it in. Now Zielinski looking back behind the net. He wanted Hextall. That was picked off. No. Gustafsson passes over, and it's escorted out to center ice where Harper's there to cut it off. All the way back it goes for Kanan Smith. Now McLaughlin feeds it ahead. USA on the attack. Nikita Kletbov, low shot outside of the net. No harm done for Team Sweden as they'll come to center ice. Max Isaksson. The collision there. Saw Shalandra go to the ice. As the United States skate ahead to center. Here goes Shalandra. Low on Nilsson. Rebound pops loose in front. But there's a penalty on the play.
Varga got taken down by Nordmark.
All the way from the blue line.
The Americans will be on the power play.
Moved in from center by Nils Bartholdsson. Passes it back. There's a one-time drive launched wide of the net by Henry Nicolaisen. Now it gets chopped past him as Palma goes back to recover. He'll pass that off to Henry Nicolaisen again. Now Nordmark quickly held up along the boards by Shalandra. Off the glass and out. And Duskasey's going to win the race here. No icing. He'll drop that back. Shalandra hits the outside of the net. Battle for it along the boards. Gillespie there looking for it. In the United States, he's tied up by Hampus Zerath. Finally, the puck is wedged free. Out in front it goes. There's a good chance for Shalandra. Blocker save made by Nilsson. Now Nathan Beanstalk gives that away. Nordmark plays it ahead to Bartholson. Tried to work it in. Can't get it past the blue line, and he's slow to his feet. Here goes Nordmark by himself. And that shot is redirected out of
push. As it was a little bit sloppy for Sweden in the early goings of that period, and coming off a game against Germany where it was relatively easy, a 10-0, getting pucks into areas where they can get it to the middle of the ice.
Here's Duskasy behind the Swedish net.
Now, boys, now, let's go.
Now Puckner throws it back around. It's picked up and steered ahead. Nils Bartholson plays it ahead for Nordmark, who is tangled up here with Cade Meyer.
It's a great defensive play by Cade Meyer. He's not the biggest guy, 5'9", 181 pounds, but he just goes right through the arms of the bigger Nordmark. Doesn't leave him any space to go anywhere, and then Nordmark, a little frustration afterwards, gets tangled up.
Puck was under Nick Bogus there.
And penalty kill was 5 for 6 yesterday against Slovakia. They'd like to be a little less busy against a Swedish team that has a lot of firepower.
Tic-tac-toe passing, sees a shot turned aside by Smith. That was Adam Anderson in the bumper spot for the Swedes, and they've got to go back to center ice.
It's the right play, but Adam Anderson's a left-handed shot. If that's a right-handed shooter in the bumper, he can get more on that one-timer.
Bartholson off the boards. Cuts it into the slot. Good pass. He looks and scores. Marcus.
The blue line, quick hands as he pulls up and puts this right under the stick of Calder Varga, leading to Nordmark being able to walk this in, head up the whole way, and picks his spot right over the blocker of Smith as he's down crouching trying to find it. And Nordmark takes full advantage, has all kinds of room on the blocker's side. A great pass by Bartholson, an even better shot by Nordmark, and the Swedes.
USA right back at it. Gustafsson up the wing, can't get it out. As Cade Meyer passes over, there's a shot incoming that's sent wide of the net by Calder Varga. Now back to the line. Cade Meyer curls it around. Gustafsson picks it up and skates it out to center as he plays it in deep. Meyer hammers it round the glass, and that's going to go all the way for an icing. Sweden out to center. Nordmark by himself. There's Axel Eliasson, steps in, feeds it down low. Back up it comes. That's bobbled by Nordmark. He's got to be careful here. When he's able to recover in time, is Puckner again. This time a shot from Nordmark is turned aside by Smith. Something stick was flying there. Some hard contact along the boards. Out in front. Chance developing. Big block on the doorstep as the puck is cleared to center ice. That was Nolan Duskasy. He lost his stick, and he's laboring back to the bench.
That was an awkward hit. Looked like he hit his shoulder weird, and that's why the stick went flying.
Move to the inside as a shot rattles wide. Swedish power play expires from the last chance, after the last chance from Nils Bartholson. Here goes Salandra the other way. Low shot, rebound in front. Big stop from Nelson, who takes one away from Brooks Rogowski.
Smart play by Salandra. That's an intentional pass off the pad for Rogowski to walk right into. Well executed.
Well, back out in front it comes. Here's a shot right on.
A good energy for this American team right from the drop of the puck, not allowing the Swedes to get to their game.
Back in behind the Swedish net. Varga out in front. That's tipped by Rogowski, and a good pad save made by Nilsson.
Rogowski's had a number of chances in and around the front of the net so far in this game, just hasn't been able to cash in.
Put one off the goal post earlier this period, which seems like ages ago.
Play, 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 play.
Rogowski along the boards, takes some contact. Tied up with Hempa Zerath. Here is Zerath at center.
That's a good job by Rogowski. Cut right through, force the turnover, try and keep the puck in the offensive zone. Now he's back in his own zone being the support player for Zay
Move the
Penner.
puck. Whoa. I want to see the puck. I want to see the puck moving. Pull it on here. Yellow, let's go.
I would also like to see the puck moving. And there it is. As Siltha plays it down low. Here's Marcus Nodrmark. There's it round the shelf of the boards. Adam Anderson is there. Back in the corner, broken up.
To get going, and they get a power play goal, and this period has been a little bit of a crawl, sleepy, but the Swedes with some life now.
And here they come again. This time it's broken up. Stripped off the stick of Nils Bartholdsson. And USA back into the attacking zone. A weak one in on.
Period to be this period, as the Americans were the better team in the first period. A second period riddled by special teams. Sweden gets 2 power play goals, and now the Americans look to find an insurance marker once again.
Battle for it along the boards. Nils Bartholdsson can't break free. Nordmark and Bartholdsson try and work it away. It's Nick Borges who's laboring a little bit. He's got no stick. And Dane from the line snaps it wide. Elofsson catches it. Now off the boards. Back it goes. And Dane with a shot. That's turned away by Smith. Nordmark for Ledin. Tries a wrister. Caden Smith the save. Loose in front. Trying to jam it home. There's a backhander from Ledin. He launches it wide of the net. Now Elofsson passes off. Nordmark passes back. Now from the line. Ledin. Cross ice feed just out of the reach of Holmertz, who reels it in. Quite a statement shift here to start the third period from Team Sweden.
Well, the Swedes start their top line. The Americans start their fourth line, looking for some energy to try and set the tone, and it's the...
Elton Hermanson out through center ice. Dancing up the middle. Nice move to the forehand, and Smith makes the save.
What a move. Around a wall of 3 American players stacked at the blue line. Nice hands by Elton Hermanson, the Modo product.
Sweden on the power play. Here goes Nordmark. He'll skate in down the wing. Tried to go top shelf, but missed, and it functions as a clearing attempt all the way out to center.
That's the thing you're weary about right now if you're the Americans. The Swedes have a lot of high-end skill, whether it's Hermanson or Nordmark or Bartholdsson. Those guys don't need much room to make something happen.
Nordmark passes off. Here's Bartholdsson. Got handcuffed a little bit, and that allows the puck to be cleared out to center by Jackson Williams. Not enough.
Sends Rogowski the other way.
Sweden from the line. Nordmark floats it over. Looking for Bartholdsson. It is knocked out to center ice. Malte Gustafsson will drag it all the way back. Spots Nordmark ahead through center. Off the boards. Bartholdsson moves it back behind the net. Out in front it comes. The shot is stopped. Quick faceoff win for Anderson. Dying seconds of the power play. Gustafsson tries the wrister and he scores. Malte Gustafsson.
As the puck movement by the Swedes continues, Nordmark does a great job to buy himself some time. He's got Zay Penner up in the high area of the ice, but he fends him off, draws Jack Hextall towards him, and then he is able to make the play to Gustafsson, who just beats Smith clean. There's plenty of traffic in front. At the last second, the traffic moves, but it's not enough time for Smith to recognize it and react. Just like that, the Swedes are up by 2.
So 3 goals for Sweden, 1 minute 26 seconds apart, and they have shocked the United States here to go from down 3-2 to up 5-3. That's Hermansson's second of the tournament. And the United States have a hill to climb and not a whole lot of time to do it. 11:05 to go in the third as here goes Sweden. Into the corner. Bartholdsson knocked off the puck. Noah Davidson moves across ice. Schaefer Gordon Carroll trying to track it down. Centering effort stolen away. Poke to center. But picked up by McLaughlin. He'll try and drag it through on the forehand. He won't. Ledin. Swept round the boards, kept in by Levi Harper. He'll chop at it again. This is gloved down by Puckner, but knocked out to center ice. Now Harper passing over to Harvey. Swept ahead. Puckner's taken out into the boards by Elofsson.
You can look at this one of 2 ways if you're the Americans. You can be bummed about the way this third period has gone, or you can use it as a little bit of a learning experience.
Busy day for the referees.
Maybe a little too busy for the officials.
13 minor penalties called today.
There's a few that they could have let go along the way.
USA with it. Here's Rogowski. Trying to work it out in front. Nilsson lost sight of it. And Sweden gathered possession. Ola Palme throws it across. He's tangled up. Now Beanstalk. He'll flip it in.
Well, this game would be frustrating for the Americans given the way the third period started, but they have to keep in mind that really they're one shot away, and with 4.5 minutes to go, you get one, and you take your chances with the goaltender pulled.
Almost a turnover that resulted in a centering feed for Brooks Rogowski. Saw some sloppy play from the Swedes in the first period that resulted in some American chances.
Well, fair to say that the Swedes weren't ready for the intensity and the pace of the Americans in the first period, but with all the penalties, that really allowed the best players for Sweden. Everyone got their touches on the puck. Everyone got to start feeling good. As the goals started going in, the confidence grew for Sweden in the third period.
Into the corner it goes. Theodore Knights takes down his man.
Number 3, let's go.